Hope everyone enjoyed some good fireworks. I'd like to, in keeping with the 4th of July and what we always do, how about a flag salute? All right. Do we have any commissioner comments? Jimmy?
The only I did attend the luncheon that the chief had for the community, which was, I thought, a really nice thing. I was very impressed to see how well you guys have worked with the community, especially the neighborhood councils and everyone, businesses and all. That was very, very impressive, and I'm certain that it will continue. And I do believe that the division process, Chief, has really been working, because not only did I see it in the Valley, but I've seen it, heard about it from South LA and other areas. So it's really working. Thank you for the invitation.
Dr. Hart?
So I went to the recruitment event at Hodgkins, and Rebecca was also there, and it was a great event, I thought. Well attended, and you know, as always, they did a great job of recruiting new firefighters. I also attended the summer tip-off just this past weekend, and actually I took my granddaughter there. And It was a great event. It's a fantastic event for kids, and unfortunately, we're looking forward to the basketball game that never happened. But it was great. I mean, they had a number of events for the kids, you know, where they got great prizes, including bicycles they were giving out.
That's awesome.
Ms. Ninberg?
I was very, very proud to participate with the LAFD in the Gay Pride Parade. It was fantastic. It was a really wonderful event. It was a great turnout. It was really fun. Chief was there. It was fantastic. And Tammy, Captain Chick, walked in the parade. She was, yes, quite the hero, of course. And I also went to the LAFD Career Expo. It was fantastic. It was a really diverse group, and 24% female showed up. It's pretty impressive. That shows that the marketing campaign is working. It's in full effect. I was also pleased to be there when Commissioner Andrew Glazier was sworn in again. 5 more years. And very sad to see Chief Arbuthnot retire. Well, not yet, but you will be. So thank you so much for the incredible work you've done, and especially as the Valley Bureau Chief. Thank you. And that is it.
Great, thank you. I had a busy couple of weeks as well. I was able to spend some time riding with the NPRU, spent the day with the nurse practitioner unit. Really see a ton of potential in that unit. Also talk with some of the crews about their experience with it, and generally the crews really like having that NPRU around. Both at 15s, we ran a bunch with 810 that day, and I know that the folks down south also really appreciate having that unit around. So, I think the more we're able to build up some data with them, see what's really going to help them run most efficiently, I really think that's going to be a huge development for our department, and really puts us on the cutting edge to have those folks out there. I can't say enough good things about Terrence, our nurse practitioner, who not only is a great nurse practitioner, but also has really done a great job of fitting into those fire stations. Very well liked, very well respected in terms of what he's doing there. And his paramedic that he was with, Trey, good guy also. And they both did a great job. Also got to spend some time down at Station 112's learned all about the harbor. I took a ride on Boat 2, and really interesting place down there. A lot of great ideas from that crew. Then last Friday night, I was with Fire Station 19, and that I had an enjoyable time with them. Appreciate them hosting me there as well. And I've been participating in the Arbuthnot Victory Tour, and continue to prepare for his impending departure. Yes, we will be missed. Yes.
Actually, one comment parenthetically. I happen to be wearing orange in opposition to gun violence and actually violence in general, with all the events that happened this past weekend and everything, especially and all the events that occurred in Orlando as well. And so I'm attending a meeting a little bit later, and so I had to wear orange for that, and I'm proud to be wearing orange.
All right, great, thank you. All right, so that's all I've got, and I'll go ahead and pass it off to the chief for his report.
Thank you, Commissioner. On June 9th, we had the graduation of Class 15-4 at Drill Tower 40. On June 12th, I did participate with Commissioner Ninberg and many others in the Gay Pride Parade. Very well attended. This was the morning after Orlando incident. Thousands of people were there. It was a great event. June 13th, we had the annual brush season press conference in Diamond Bar. That's where all fire departments in the region get together and talk about what they're doing for brush preparedness and get the weather prediction. They shared there at the meeting that, of course, we know El Nino never happened. Our rainfall, our normal rainfall year to date should be 15 inches for this region. We're about half, and we project an additional 1 inch of rain between now and October. So it's going to be dry, and we're going to have to be ready for brush fires throughout the region. That same day, we had the family orientation at Hodgkins for Class 15-5. On June 21st, we partnered with our partners from UFLAC to attend Dodgers Firefighter Night, very well attended. On June 25th, I went to 27th to the museum and partnered with our Firehogs group. It's their annual charity ride. They had strong attendance, very, very well received. Later that same morning, I went to the Firefighter Expo where I saw you, Commissioner, and others. Both of the commissioners were there. Very, very well attended. Several hundred people were there. June 29th, we had the Civilian Employee Recognition Luncheon at our Hodgkin Center as well. We recognized all our civilian staff and very well attended. We said goodbye to Captain Tolman. It was his last day, but he wanted to be there to see his staff get recognized. Later that day, we had a press conference advertising a Summer Night Light event at Highland Park with the mayor and others. James Worthy was there. The Attorney General was there. Chief Beck was there. We had Fire Station 12 there, and we used it as an opportunity to do recruitment, teach CPR, things of that nature. On July 1st, we had our annual press conference with LA County Fire Department and the Sheriff's Department, LAPD, to warn the public about the dangers of fireworks. That's always a struggle. We got by relatively unscathed, no major fires. I did hear of some very tragic accidents with little kids getting their hands amputated because they were playing with fireworks. That's a chronic problem, and we'll continue to battle that problem every year. Later that day, I did attend the Chief Arbuthnot going away party. It's his second going away event. I think he's got another 3 or 4 left. I'm running out of good things to say about him. But we will miss you, Chief Arbuthnot. You've been a great partner over 30 years with me personally. In the last 2 years or so, he's been the Valley Bureau Commander. He's going out hard. He's going out sprinting across the finish line, and he's creating a great situation for Chief Richmond. The succession plan is a great opportunity. Sorry to see you go, Chief. This is his last commission meeting. I'm sure he'll come on occasion just to visit, though. Right? And then on this Saturday, we had the Safe Summer Tip-Off with USC with LAPD. Very well attended. Sorry, Commissioner, we didn't do the basketball thing. We're trying to pick a sport where we can win. And we had a CrossFit champion with us, and by all visual observations, we should have won. It didn't happen. We're launching an internal investigation to recount the score sheets. Next year, we want to do that again because I think it's a great opportunity. We had the firefighters from 15s there and 46s there, and they wanted to participate too. And then I thought about a relay and then have the kids involved. I think we could have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
And then those relay things, it's easier to keep track of who's ahead.
That's right.
Current system is somebody has a clipboard and you don't know what they're marking. So, and then just in case, we thought we would do a chili cook-off. I think we could win that.
Oh.
That was Chief Beck's suggestion, so we'll do 2 out of 3. I thought we would do the CrossFit, chili cook-off, and ping pong.
Oh, that's...
Because Chief Beck thinks he knows how to play ping pong.
Sort of turned into a little bit of an Olympics here, multi-event thing.
Eventually, we're going to win.
All right, good.
That concludes my report.
All right, on that note of optimism, let's significant incidents. I think we have none to report this meeting, correct? From fire? Medical incident. Let's move straight to you. Medical director, rather.
Good morning, Dr. Mark Eckstein, EMS Bureau Commander. Busy weekend, and since our last meeting, some significant incidents in the EMS world. On the 25th of June in 84's First End of Ventura Boulevard, there was a high-speed traffic accident resulting in 3 fatalities. Bystanders tried to put the fire out themselves, and total 5 immediates and three fatalities. On the 26th, there was a vehicle into a taco stand in 2's First End, 3 criticals, 1 DOA. On the 30th, there was apparently someone set another person on fire in a vehicle next to a detached carport with the subsequent fire in the carport. Almost extended into an apartment building. 2 individuals were burned. One who actually, the perpetrator had some minor burns, and sadly the person who was set on fire subsequently succumbed to his injuries several hours later. On July the 2nd, in 98's First End, 2 young females driving a vehicle plunged over the transition road from the 5 freeway to the 118, landing about 40 feet below, upside down. Life Force 98 did an incredible job performing rapid extrication. One of the women were pronounced on scene. The other one was rapidly extricated. ALS provided en route to Holy Cross and was delivered to the hospital alive, but she had extremely critical head injuries. But 98s did a phenomenal job in extricating and trying to resuscitate this person. On July 4th, in the 104's First End, there was an elderly couple driving a recreational vehicle. Apparently, the older gentleman driving apparently had a medical catastrophe. Subsequently crashed the vehicle, and sadly his wife succumbed to traumatic injuries as well. A lot of media coverage as the RV was perched over overpass hanging over the riverbed below. No other injuries, 2 fatalities. Last night, in 21's First End, about 1 o'clock in the morning, there was a 4-victim shooting in 21's First End. 3 patients transported to USC, and 1 subsequently succumbed to his injuries. On a bright note, we had 2 notable saves, one on June 27th, and 76's First End Engine Rescue 76 responded to a 61-year-old gentleman with chest pain. Call processing time was only 44 seconds. Response time was 4.5 minutes. This was a gentleman having a massive heart attack. He went into cardiac arrest in front of our members. They did an outstanding job in providing basic and advanced life support. Got the gentleman resuscitated. He not only regained pulses, but actually woke up. Post-arrest, was delivered awake and alert to the nearest ME receiving center. We went to the cath lab and is expected to make a full recovery. So that was an example of every link in the chain of survival being very strong and saving a life. Similar incident on July 1st. incident 1599, 53-year-old chest pain, engine 26, rescue 29, also a young gentleman having a massive heart attack. Went into ventricular fibrillation in front of our members, was defibrillated, resuscitated, transported to a STEMI center. And both of these were outstanding saves by our members and the whole system, including the dispatch system, 12 leads, and STEMI receiving centers, all working seamlessly to save a life. That's it for my report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Move to presentations.
Vice President Glazier, Commissioners, Chief Julie, and Isela. My name is Graham Everett. I'm the Chief of Staff, and I'm honored to be able to present to you today a certificate from the Commission to Isela, who will be promoting soon at the end of this week to the Housing Department as an Executive Assistant. Isela has been with the department for over 8 years, about 8.5 years, and 6 of those years have been in the Chief of Staff's office. So I have firsthand knowledge of her skills and ability. But the Commission actually asked for the certificate to be presented today because she's given me the look that she's not really thrilled about it. But at the time when we needed an acting executive assistant for the Commission, Isela very readily stepped forward and volunteered to fill that role. And she has done so very aptly and very confidently, and she stays on task with all of the needs of the commissioners and all the mail that comes through and all the calls that come through the commission office when we're not having meetings, in addition of doing the agendas and preparing all the different reports that have to go across the street. So we very much appreciate the work that you've done as an acting executive assistant. We congratulate you on your promotion to executive assistant, and we hope to see you in the future. So congratulations on your promotion. And we have a presentation of a certificate. I spoke to President Ibarra over the weekend. She knew she wouldn't be here today, but she did want to pass along her congratulations and thank you for acting in the time that you did. And I think the Chief has a few words for you as well.
Isela, was this a surprise?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we'll hear about it later then.
I figured it out.
Well, I want to echo Chief Everett's comments. When I think about Isela, she did leave us briefly for another department, but she quickly realized that was a mistake and came back. But, you don't really recognize how important people are until they're not there anymore. And when she was gone, I noticed, and we all noticed. When she's here, she's a great part of the team with her and Dacia. And when Dacia is off, she's the backup, and we really don't miss a beat with her being here. And she's very competent, very efficient. She's always thinking 2 steps ahead, and you will be missed, personally as well as the team here up on the 18th floor, and I'm sure by the Commission. So I wish you all the best. Thank you for everything you've done, and I'll give you an opportunity to speak at the podium if you would like.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Sure. Quickly, just on behalf of the Commission, I want to thank you. I know it is tough to jump into this role here. There's a lot of moving pieces, and we appreciate you and all you've done for the Commission to step in there and keep things running keep the trains running on time. Thank you so much.
Let's take a picture with all the commissioners.
Oh, hold on.
I want to say we are going to miss you greatly, but I also want to congratulate you. This is an incredible position that you're moving to. So, sorry, Chief, but Abigail Marquez is fantastic. So congratulations for that. We are going to miss you.
This is for you.
Thank you.
Here, I'll get rid of that. That's for you. Thank you. Perfect.
All right, right here. 1, 2, 3. All right, just one more. 1, 2, 3.
Commissioners?
Oh, really?
All right, everyone right here. 1, 2,
me see with those flowers.
Okay, moving ahead with our consent agenda items. Can I get a motion to adopt the recommendations for items 4A through C?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Moving to item 5, or agenda items part 5. 5A, report by the Department on status disposition of LAFD matters considered by or referred to City Council committees. Chief Everett.
Vice President Glazier. Commissioners, Chief Julie and Isela, my name is Graham Everett. I'm the Chief of Staff with your Council Committee Activity Report from May 23rd to June 24th. There was a few items last Friday, but everything else in the report is as it stands before you in your packet. On Friday, we did have some activity in full council, and also last week, obviously, with the council reconfirming the Commissioner Glazier's status as a commissioner for the department. So we took place in that last week, as was previously mentioned. In addition, on Friday, the Innovation, Grants, Technology, Commerce, and Trade Committee report went before full council and was approved, which dealt with the sober unit funding. So Dr. Eckstein was on standby for that, and we didn't need him. It went through on consent. So all the council members were in support of that pilot. If you have any questions, I can surely attempt to answer.
All right. Can I get a motion to receive and file item 5A?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Passes. Item 5B, report by the department on the year-end budget report for fiscal year 2015-2016.
Morning, Commissioners. Emilio Rodriguez with the Administrative Services Bureau. Just providing a status on our year-end financial status report for the department's operational budget. The LFD is ending the year without a deficit. In fact, it's been several years since this has happened, well over a decade, as far as we can see. Closing the year, the various transfers were approved in the year-end financial status report to council to balance salary accounts and address shortages in field expenses, including supplies and maintenance. Approximately $1.6 million will be carried over into next fiscal year to continue critical boat repairs and to maintain funding for the standards of cover analysis and the automated vehicle locator project. General fund revenues are also substantially up this year, expected to exceed budget by over $20 million for a revised total of approximately $183 million. This is due to more reimbursements for ground emergency transport fees, wildfire mutual aid from other jurisdictions due to the significant fires we had over the last several months, and reimbursements from proprietary departments, including airports and harbor. 4 academy training classes were completed this year, with 2 rolling over into next year from the current fiscal year funding. I did talk about our substantial salary surplus this year. This was largely attributed to a spike in retirements this year. We're expecting about 180 in total. That was through end of June, and bringing in new recruits at entry-level pay, which has eased the burden on our salary and overtime accounts. And that pretty much concludes our year-end status. Believe it or not, pretty soon we'll be talking about FY 17-18 budget, so never a dull moment. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
You need a motion, Mr. President.
Yes. Can I get a motion to receive and file item 5B?
Okay, I move BFC 16-059.
Great. Can I get a second?
Receive and file.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I was momentarily stunned by the surplus.
Right. Not even momentarily.
I'm still trying to take it in myself. Everybody's going to go, what?
All right. Let's move to item 5C on the report on the Certified Unified Program Agency Evaluation Feedback.
Good morning, Commissioners, Chief Treasurer, City Attorney. My name is Royce Long. I'm the Cooper Program Manager for the Fire Department. This morning I'll be addressing the Cooper program, specifically the status of the Program Improvement Agreement that we received from the state, and also an update on our inspection activity. As the Commissioner is aware, LAFD Cooper received a PIA back in July 2014 because we received 19 deficiencies. We received an update report from the state on June 15th, and we corrected a total of 8 deficiencies to date. That leaves 11 deficiencies left needing correction. We were expecting to correct a few more, especially in the UST deficiencies, and a little surprised that we didn't. That's been a little bit frustrating for us. Our biggest concern with the UST program is that the State Water Resources Control Board is duplicating some of the deficiencies, and they seem like they're also changing the goalposts for correcting those deficiencies. So the corrective actions at the start of the PAA have changed, and so we have a meeting with Kelly PA this Thursday to discuss that. Kelly PA is also very supportive of our concerns, and this is a concern that's also out in the Cooper world too, so we're not the only Cooper experiencing this. I did speak to John Payne last week, and he fully supports our concerns. To further strengthen our case on that, I'm a board member of the Cooper Forum Board, and like I mentioned, this is a topic that comes up every meeting about the state evaluations and how fair the evaluation process is, so hopefully we can address that this week. Of the remaining deficiencies, we agree we have not corrected. We are diligently working on compliance and expect to meet those deadlines previously provided to the Commission. During my last Commission update, I had informed Commissioners that we needed to complete 3,200 hazmat inspections by June 30th to be in compliance with the program. And so we had some temporary inspectors come into the program and assist us with that, and we've caught up 2,000 of those. So I think that's a really good work on behalf of the Cooper there. And then just lastly, in closing, I'd like to recognize my staff. From the inspectors, the data management unit, the management information system staff, and also the Cooper interns. They've really embraced our mission to turn this Cooper around, and without their support, very little of what we achieved in the last 3 months would be impossible, so it's great work from them. Unless there are any questions, that concludes my update.
First of all, I want to thank you so much. I know that you started way behind the start line, so thank you so much for all the work that you're doing. I just had a question about the one thing that concerned me on there was just the quality equating to quantity. Mm-hmm. So, and I know that you're saying that they're changing the goalposts, and so does that mean when they say quality and quantity that they've changed the requirements, or is that because the quality of some of the inspections wasn't the same as opposed to the quantity?
I don't think the state really provided any hard facts to really kind of back up their statement about that. They requested to review 30 of our inspection reports with supporting documentation. That's when I think they'll have something to say whether we compromise quality over inspections. And really for the UST inspections, we were just keeping up with the inspection rate that we currently have to keep up with, and we caught up on some back-end ones as well. And it wasn't a massive push. So I think the state's probably a little bit surprised how we were able to respond, actually. But we'll find out on the next response, see about whether the basis for their statement is accurate or not.
Okay, good. Yeah. Good, excellent. And the other thing too is, I'm really glad that you're sending out notice of violations. And have you started sending out you're going to collect, not revenue, but you're going to fine people, correct? It was, what number is this? 9. You were starting for permits, giving out. Sorry.
Right, sure. So that was for businesses that haven't submitted in SERS, which is the electronic portal for the state. And they have to submit their hazmat disclosures, so emergency responders had that information. And so we probably have about a third of businesses in LA City that still haven't disclosed yet. And so there'd been a push before I started with the fire department to get businesses in. And we've really made a big increase. So we're at 66% compliance so far. And so the last third, we actually have just we pulled out a list of facilities out of our database that haven't submitted. We just created a template letter to go out to all these facilities. And then they'll be going through progressive enforcement, which is a requirement for the Cooper program. Okay. We have put a couple of facilities through the administrative enforcement order process, and there's a penalty associated with that.
Okay, good. I mean, I know it'll incentivize people to.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's needed going forward. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. Could I get a motion to receive and file item 5C?
So moved.
Second.
Second. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. All right. We have a verbal report by the Department on current status of Sancio EPCR software and hardware update.
Good morning again. Dr. Mark Eckstein, EMS Bureau Commander. Verbal update on the status of the EPCR upgrade. As you know, the department embarked on electronic patient care reporting back in January of 2011 with full implementation completed in June of 2011. And we currently are using version 4, which is consistent with NEMSIS version 2.1. We're in the process of upgrading with our vendor, Sancio, which has since been purchased by Physio Control, to version 6, which will be compliant with NEMSIS version 3.4. The California deadline for this implementation is January 2017, and we anticipate rolling out training to the field in September, and the goal is to have the training completed by the end of November prior to the Thanksgiving holiday season. We're also going to be implementing new hardware with the new software. We're going to be field testing several different devices. At the end of the day, we're optimistic that the software will be much faster for the field. The hardware will be more portable, touchscreen compatible, consistent with using a personal iPhone, and the connectivity will enhance and facilitate documentation from the field. So we're working closely with our Physio Control vendor to make this transition successful. And we're actually leading the way with in terms of provider agencies and our partners, including Health Services and the California State EMS Authority. I'm happy to take any questions you might have.
Okay, if I know this is moving ahead with all necessary diligence. Just want to make sure that our vendors are clear that we've been through a couple of false starts with this, and there can't be any more false starts on this. And so, I'm glad to hear the optimism on it. But if we have a failed rollout on this in this fall, I think it's important that we consider whether or not this is the right vendor for us. So I look forward to hopefully seeing a strong rollout here in the fall.
Yeah, I concur. Just to reemphasize, I also met with both of our representatives for our vendors who've been great assets to the department and underscored those sentiments that this has to be successful. We have to make sure this works well. We want to facilitate data capture by the field who are busier than ever. And clearly, if the contract is not adhered to, then we'll see what other options we might have. So I'm confident that our vendor is very clear on the expectations, timelines, and provisions of the contract and the potential impact of the city and our members.
Yep. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I don't have any cards here for public comment. And so seeing none, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I second. Oh, I move.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
I was like, yeah.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Second. Very good. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.